Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can disable comments on a WordPress site. First, I'll show you how to disable comments for future posts, and then I'll show you how to disable comments on previous posts. So let's say that you have a WordPress site, for example, this one. This is just a test site I made, and this text is lorem ipsum. It's random Latin text. And let's say that you've written some articles, and for example, this one here, this is this comes from the first page. It's the first test post I made, and I made a test comment, which I actually approved earlier. But let's say that I don't want anybody else commenting on this, but first we'll start out with any future posts I make. I don't want people to be allowed to comment, and there could be several reasons for that. Maybe you just don't like comments, or maybe you get too much spam, or it just becomes a burden to moderate the comments. So I'm going to show you how to disable comments for future posts first. Okay, so first, if you want to disable posts for future articles, so these are ones you haven't already made, you can go to settings, and under discussion, I'll show you this. So first, you need to be logged in, and then for the left side menu, you're going to go to settings and then discussion. This should be the same in pretty much every WordPress default. And what you're going to do is you're going to find a setting that says right here. So these are the default post settings. What you're going to do is you're going to find where it says allow people to submit comments on posts, and you're going to uncheck that. So that means that for future posts, people will not be allowed to submit comments, and I'll show you what that looks like. So again, under settings discussion, then you're going to uncheck this, and then you're going to save it. So save changes. And you see here again, this is unchecked, allow people to submit comments on new posts. So just to show you, remind you what it looks like. This is what a user might see. So I'm not logged in here in Firefox. Someone might see this and they can try to put their comment. This is what it looks like by default. But now if I make a new post, it won't show. And what I'm going to do is just copy this text here. I'll have this text, and I won't have an image. I'll have a generic text post. So I'll make a new post, add new post, and let's call it test post 4. And I'll put this text here. You can put any text you want. I'll just put random. This is some random text. And it even spell checked, and I think that's quite nice. Okay, and again, if you want to change the permalink, you can, but I'll just have the default for now. And it's going to publish. Now let's copy this link and let's open it to where we're not actually logged in to see what people would see. So notice that I don't see any option here to leave a comment. But if I go back to the main site, I've got this here. This is a previous post. But note that for the previous posts, they actually are allowed to comment because I haven't changed that setting yet. They could put a comment, their name, their email, and a website if they want. But for the new article, which I call test post 4, it has no option to have comments. Okay, and now let's do this here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to when I'm logged in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm going to disable comments on existing posts and pages. And I'll just focus on posts, but it's similar for pages. Okay, so what you're going to do is go to the post page, and then you're going to select all, and then you'll have an option that says do not allow comments. So let's do that. So go to all posts, and what you're going to do is going to click on this, which is select all, and then you're going to go to bulk actions. Click on apply. So bulk actions means do a lot of things. Pardon me. Is this? Yeah, I meant to say edit. So go click on edit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go to, there's a section here that says comments. By default it says no change, and we can choose to click allow or do not allow. If you want to allow, that could change to where comments are allowed, but we're going to choose do not allow. And so I had 4 articles, and this now will disable commenting for all of them, even the previous ones. And then I'm going to click on update, and you won't see much output, but you can test it with being logged in, not being logged in. So try to use it to where you're not logged in, a different browser, or maybe a different window, incognito or something. Okay, so notice that this comment is still here, but there's no option to make any new comments. And then I'll show you for test post 2. So this previously allowed users to put new comments, but now it doesn't. It still has that one comment, but then now it has no new comments allowed. And then we'll do test post 3. Remember, it previously, I don't know if I had shown you this, it previously did have a comment, but now there is no more option to have a comment. Okay, now let's do this here. Here, disable comments for specific pages or posts. So you can do that either, there's basically 2 ways to do that. You can do that in bulk actions and then go to edit and then apply. Remember what I said, we can do allow or do not allow, but that does it for all of them. Let us, let's go back to all posts, and here we can go to, okay, so the better way to do it, if you want to do it just for one post, is to go to edit. And then we're going to look for discussion, and actually discussion might not show. So you might have to go to up here in the screen options, make sure discussion is selected. So that means you'll be able to enable or disable comments. And it's already been disabled because I previously had done it. But let's say I do want to enable comments. So I'll disable trackbacks and pingbacks because I don't think they're particularly useful. But let's say we want to allow comments just for this one post. Again, we can go to screen options, make sure discussion is selected. If it's deselected, you won't be able to see it. And then click there. And then you can click on allow option, allow comments, or do not allow. First, I'll show you allow just to show you what it looks like. So just to confirm, so test post 4, there are no comments here, and there's no option to comment. But if I allow it, here we're going to allow it, click on update, and once we run it again, it should show comments as an option. Okay, notice comments as an option is now there because we just enabled it just for that one page. And notice that comments are not enabled for other articles because we just enable comments for that one post. Now let's disable comments for that one post. So we'll go back to all posts, find, for example, an example post that we want to allow comments on. And then make sure, if you want to, for this single item, that we can go and we can see the option for discussion. If it's deselected, which I think is the default, we won't see anything here. So screen options, click on discussion, and then for discussion we're going to disable allow comments. So right now we want to disable comments for this specific post. So let's update, and then we'll load it in a page where we're not logged in. And notice here this went away. So as a recap for this video, this is how you can disable comments on WordPress sites for future posts. So again, in WordPress, you can go to Settings, Discussion, and I'll show you logged in here. So if you want to disable for all future posts, you can go to Settings, Discussion, and then make sure that this is unselected. If you never want comments to be allowed, just deselect that. But if you do want it allowed, then you can check it. And then if you have posts that you've already made that had previous comments and you want to disable future commenting to be allowed, you can select all and go to Edit, Apply, and then you can choose comments, and you can choose allow or do not allow. Probably you would choose do not allow, but if you want, you can, if you for some reason had do not allow and now you want to allow, you can change that. And then for a single post, again, you can go to that post and then make sure that the screen options have the option of discussion selected, and then you can choose to either allow or disallow for that page. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This was how you can disable comments and also enable comments for WordPress posts for future and previous articles that you've written. Okay, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video.